From Anna. Let's say it was 1958. Sail Along Silvery Moon was on the radio. It was Sunday afternoon in July. I remember the river and swallows swooping low over the water. Silver medallions fluttering on their chests, the Catholic boys ran along the springboard and jackknifed into the Seine River. There was something ominous about the muddy water, like a dream. Anything could be there. Venomous snakes, weeds, and roots to clutch at you, or simply depth. Something ominous, and those lean white bodies of faith disappearing with graceful dives. I held my breath each time, wondering if this one would drown forever and not return. How could he possibly rise from that darkness of river and overhanging trees? How could the water give him back to light? But always, each boy exploded into air, returning from death or dreams, flinging wet hair from his eyes, shouting defiance at the shore, and each of us shivering there. And then, the sun was so bright, dancing in the spray around the diver's head, so bright on his long arms cleaving water, you could hardly believe in anything. Let's say it was 1958. I was sitting in the fender of Father's blue Dodge, and it was Sunday, and I didn't want to ever leave the river again. I was eating a persimmon, trying to think of God. It didn't work. My tongue wouldn't let me get away with it. There are no miracles, only mirages in the desert and disappearances in the river. There's nothing human that isn't betrayed, and I know nothing but what's human. My hands, my tongue, my face in a mirror. I don't love the prayer rug, obedience or disobedience, nothing that absolute. I love the Babylonian body and the human wound. I love the surprising word, the sinuous approach. I like the world, approximately. The way grandfather smoked a cigarette in the garden, his feet lost among the potato plants, the way he smiled, and I smelled the drifting smoke, his stories hovering among the raspberry canes, the way he leaned on his hoe forever. I love words in the air, balanced between mouths and ears. I love the way there's smoke before there's stone. But it's true, I think. There's not much a voice can say. There's a limit, I guess, to art. There's no end to desire. Signature. The movement of his hand across paper was not an embellishment, but the rehearsal of his name. What he wanted to shape was emotion, something of the spirit that gave decency its depth. A man practices his signature, filling scrap paper with his name over and over again. A man enters his signature. A man repeats the rhythm of his hand and the sounding of his name. His name written all over the sheet torn from a scribbler like the devotions of a pilgrim. What a man has outside of love is the work he has woven to his name, the honor of his hand. He sat there at the kitchen table with the wealth of his name and the certainty of his God. A man belongs on earth with his children. A man works his way through his name.